All right. Hello. Um.
Howdy. How's it going?
Yeah. How's it going, people?
Time for some Ironsworn.
Yeah. We're gonna try playing something different than our regular stuff, I guess. And we're gonna play some Ironsworn and also try things like overlays and or
I've memorized all the rules.
oh yeah, yes, we know all the rules for this. Know exactly how to play it, just like any game we will ever play. We are experts on it.
100%.
100%. Yep. I am Mick, which you can actually now see on the overlay, so it's less relevant for me to say it. The disembodied voice that is accompanying me today.
I always picture you as a disembodied voice.
Fair
The image
enough.
is just, it's too much. I'm James. Hello. I am a disembodied voice because my camera doesn't work. So that's fun.
Yeah. Yep. We are professionals. That's the takeaway from this is our very professional quality and looking stream right now. Yeah. So we're gonna play some Ironsworn. A couple weeks ago we set up the game and that was terrible. So the records of that ever existing or happening have been scrubbed from the universe. But we were still excited about what we had set up. So me and James decided we wanted to play it. So we're going to. Um,
Yes.
I rolled for pretty much everything, every aspect about my character. So I'll just go ahead and introduce her. Her name is Kalina. She is pretty quick. That's her highest stat is Edge. If you're familiar with Ironsworn, that's kind of like the stat. And she's also fairly strong. She has 2 irons. She's not too dumb. She has 2 wits, but she is not sneaky or considerate, as her heart and shadow are 1. When I rolled for her aspects, I don't know where I wrote those down, but I rolled for some. Give me some. Yeah, she is hostile, clever, and cautious. So she is kind of in your face type of character. Uh, More combat oriented than I would typically play a character. I think she's a lot more ready to fight.
Strong.
Yeah,
What does she look like?
I think she
Like
has
what
short.
weapon?
Yeah. So my assets I picked is she's a fortune hunter, so she sort of that's basically a bounty hunter more or less. She does jobs for money, and she's an archer primarily, so she has a bow. But for close quarters, she uses a spear. So she has those. She has short hair. I imagine like she has the shaved sides of her head and a little bit more on top, but like long hair is not conducive to combat, so she definitely does not have that. She is probably wearing basic leather armor. She's not wearing anything that gives her benefit mechanically because I didn't pick that asset. But I imagine it's very like piecemealed and it hasn't been tailored. Like she got it from wherever she was able to collect it from. And I guess what one did you get rid of? What one of your assets did you get rid of?
I got rid of Alchemist
So
because it
you
didn't
still have your
really fit
still
anymore.
have your ritual.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Animal pelts.
yeah, she probably has like some pretty worn animal pelts around her. I think.
Accents to the armor.
Yeah, mostly from what your character's done, since our characters have a bit of a history together. Uh, given that they're siblings.
Uh, Twins, no
Yeah,
less.
twins no less. So
Yeah, just a bunch of like, here, wear this animal pelts. Just like,
right,
oh,
and she's like, whatever.
okay.
Yeah, she just does it. Um, and yeah, she's traveling with her twin sibling. Um,
Yes. Which I will be playing as, just Catania. Uh, Pretty similar names by choice.
yeah,
We'll never get them mixed up.
definitely didn't just roll on the random table and just happen to get similar names.
But Cat is indeterminate in gender, pretty androgynous. In terms of their abilities, they're much more a thinker than anything else. Pretty high wits. Um, Decent at sneaking around with shadow. Tends to avoid full on attention most of the time. Probably lets you do most of the talking until it becomes a problem.
Which is probably almost instantaneous, to be honest. But
Oh
I
no.
can't imagine. I can't imagine Cal cares. Like she just does it anyways.
Yeah. um, but yeah, Cat's pretty weak physically. Um, I mean, too hard, but not very strong, not very dexterous. Has kind of a gimp arm. Like the right arm just kind of hangs at the side most of the time. Doesn't really respond as quickly as liked. Um, Twitches a little bit sometimes involuntarily. As far as appearance, Cat's definitely um, it's like wild hair, long enough that it could cover the eyes, but it kind of just like doesn't. Um, it's like swept to the side, or like it like changes which side. It's spiked up in bit places, like just kind of really unkempt. Um, and as far as characteristics, they are wounded, which is the arm, wise, so kind of sits back and then gives whatever wisdom it is, but they are a fledgling shaman, so not always the most wise, but tries to be.
Right.
And then charming and aloof. So does care about people and things and the wild, but a lot of times just whatever. It's
Yeah.
happening. That's fine.
Yeah.
I cut my foot. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of weird to try to like put them all together in a way that makes sense sometimes, but it's more. I think it's more fun that way. Uh,
It's an experiential thing. You
right.
never know how the character's going to
Yeah.
be till you play them.
Yeah. There's that too. I'm gonna try to play Cal hostile, but I'm not a hostile individual, so that'll be hard for me.
That's
Uh,
a lie. He beats me up and takes my lunch money.
Shut up! I told you.
That was the most forced shut up. Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. So we're using the base Ironsworn setting in the sense that we're in the Ironlands, and we're using the sort of locations they already have built up in the Ironlands as inspirations for our locations. Of course, everything kind of has their own twists on it because no matter what you do when you play a tabletop RPG, and you play in the world of a tabletop RPG, you make it your own, whether you intend to or not. Um, like for instance, one of our things when we decided our characters were twins is there's a legend about twins where uh, twins sort of take from each other aspects wise. So while my character is very good at combat, in theory, I took that away from James's character, from Cat, and Cat's a little bit better at social stuff and sneaking that away from my character in the womb. It's all legend and hearsay, but but we're dumb Ironlanders, so we believe it.
It's fact.
Yep, it's fact in our world. So yeah, like I said, we did a lot of the setup. So we swore our first Iron Vow for our first sort of quest, and we're gonna start off with that. I think this was a couple weeks ago, so I'm recalling stuff here. I have more information and a little bit of notes.
Was defeat the giant vulture.
Yeah, we were defeating a giant vulture. Um, and we went to a village. The name of the village was
Long haul,
Long Hall.
I believe. I can't believe I actually remembered that.
Yeah, and it's in what segment?
It was on one of the east side of the continent ones, I think.
Probably. Yeah, I think so. The flooded lands. I think. Yeah, Long Hall. Yeah, yeah. It's in the flooded lands. Foreign is the person we went to make the deal with, and
Is that his nickname Clay Vackle, or is that a different person?
that's the other character, the other person who made a character with us.
Oh, that's him. Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
that's right.
yep,
I forgot about that.
yeah.
That was still there, and I'm like,
There,
I
yeah,
remember.
there was another person there, and yeah, so they unfortunately aren't joining us this or afternoon. It's the afternoon. I'm just it being the evening, so um, they're not joining
Tehran.
us this afternoon. Yeah, instead, I guess I should ask you before we get too far into like playing and stuff. What are cats' pronouns?
Um,
Are they like a they them? Are they
just they,
they? They're
they
they
them.
them. All right. I just wanted to have that cleared up. Cal is obviously
You
she
can't
her.
nail. Yeah, you can't nail him down on that. Can't force him to make a choice.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So we are in the flooded lands. We came upon Long Haul, which was a small village. When we rolled, we knew attack was imminent, and we decided when we rolled for Torin, he was ugly, violent, and wild. Were the aspects we decided for him. And in our setting, we said that the other local humans are known as the Iron Mad, in that they sort of become crazy as they're exposed to iron. And we decided that Torin was an Iron Mad based off of his descriptors. And
It manifests itself through appearance, little blotches of metallic color.
yeah, like this dark iron colored skin. And yeah, he is about, and he hired us to take care of the giant vulture who's been causing them problems for a while. And we rolled the swear an iron vow, and we critically failed. We got critically failed. It was a critical failure. So we lost some momentum, and there was a pretty big hurdle, and we're gonna figure out exactly what that hurdle was together. I have some sort of loose ideas, and we'll discuss it together and figure out exactly what that big hurdle is from just rolling so beautifully on that first roll.
Yay.
Yay!
I think what
Yay!
we had talked about last time, I don't know if we're building on that or if we're just starting fresh. That was a question.
Oh yeah, well sure. Yeah, I think we should build off of what I like the sort of idea that we had last time. Uh,
Gotcha.
but if
Yeah, what we were talking about was that this person who is the leader of Long Haul of all these crazy people has there's kind of like a cult that exists there that worships. It's built around an old, strange obelisk that towers up into the sky, pretty tall, if I
mhm.
remember. Um, and so it's kind of built around that. They have this cult that's dedicated to worshiping it, and what we don't know is that they often provide sacrifices to this giant vulture. And though we've been hired to defeat it, they just kind of want us to get sacrificed.
Yeah, and the problem that was coming from that is we are now in a situation where I think the idea was maybe they drugged us or something, and they've taken us, and we now need to escape in order to get to the first part of the mission all of the quest. So that's kind of what I was thinking is we have to figure out if are we tied to a post right before the vulture eating grounds, I guess. Is it gonna fly up and try to eat us? Do we want us to be at not quite as terrible of a situation where we have a chance to prepare beforehand?
um, I don't know. In my mind, I was thinking that they still were. It was going to be a surprise but it's more like, oh, there's this big open area you have to cross, then you'll get to the wooded area where you can find its nest, and then you can kill it. Nice and easy. And then it's just like coming, and we're in a giant wide open area, and it's like, well, there's nowhere to hide from this giant bird.
Okay, so something we have to consider about Ironsworn in general is typically you're going to want to have multiple milestones for your quests to mark
Right.
progress against. So if we go and kill it right away, the only chance for us to mark progress towards the quest is the killing of it,
Right.
which is a little problematic.
So if this is dangerous, it should have, it's what, 2 squares?
Yeah, each milestone will get us 2,
3, 4. So we should have 5 of them.
up to 5. We can roll at any point to try to complete the quest,
That's
as long
right.
as we have more
And you
than
can you
yeah.
fail and things get worse. Okay, I remember this now.
Mhm.
Um,
So
then yeah, I like the being tied to a stake idea too, or drugged.
right, we could even be before the tied to the safe part. Like we could have been drugged. Our weapons are we've been separated from our weapons. We have to escape the confines we're in, and then maybe find our weapons, and then find the vulture, kill it, and then like, throw its head on their table and demand the payment they promised us. I think that's what Cal wants. She's like, at the point she'll wake up from finding they're in prison, she'll be like, all right, we're gonna kill their stupid god, throw it in their face, and then tell them they have to pay us anyways. Because for my fortune hunter thing, I had got payment promised.
Gotcha. No, yeah, I like that. Trying to think of anything I would add or not add,
Yeah. So
but I don't know.
what do you want more? Do you want us to be in like we're tied, we're at somewhere where it's gonna come and attack us soon, out in the open, or do you want us to be held still at the village?
um, I'm trying to think of what would be the most interesting. Maybe.
Maybe it's a
Oh, I'm
mix.
not
Maybe we're
really.
tied on a cart and we're being taken there, and that's when we
Yeah.
wake up.
And then it's the meme where we're
Right,
on the
we're starting
Skyrim card.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I like that.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess with all that setup out of the way, why don't we just start there?
Sure, sure. How does this usually go? Since we don't have a
I mean, we just
GM.
discussed and set up this. Yeah, we talk about the situation, decide how we see it. I imagine that this is sort of like a cart. It's being dragged by maybe a horse. I don't think it's a carriage or anything spectacular
two
like
sad,
that.
two sad-looking donkeys.
Yeah, and we've been kind of thrown. Our hands are bound behind our backs.
It's kind of face down in hay or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I feel like there's going to be a good amount of something like that, but I'll start getting more assertive. I promise.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess Cal wakes up and she'll sort of get her bearings, and then at the same time, Cat will as well.
Yes. Just kind of like kick you in the shin a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. I bet Cat probably wakes up first. I imagine. Uh,
Yeah, it kicks you and is just like, shh, don't say anything. I know you want to, but stay quiet for now.
she'll probably just look at you and take stock of the situation and just nod.
I know you're feeling a lot of anger right now. Just let it bubble, spill out of your ears and your nose and your mouth. Just calm. I imagine it's like a practiced, like, had to do that before
Yeah,
kind of deal.
right. So So I think the first thing my character wants to do is try to figure out if there's anything she can use to help us get out of these bindings.
Like laying around in the cart.
Yeah, like even if it's just like a loose nail or something in the cart, maybe.
Yeah. Would that be
So I think this is probably secure and
securing?
advantage. I guess this is with wits.
Seems like it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and roll that. Modifier is 0. Hit. Alright, I got a weak hit. So I will get a momentum. So I'm back to 2. But it's short. So I think maybe there's a piece of glass I could maybe use to try to cut it, but cutting mine free will probably expend it. That makes sense?
Yeah, it falls back into the hay or something.
Or just
Just shat.
breaks to the point where it's not a big enough piece to help you get out.
Sure. So as far as the advantage goes, is this specifically like is this prepping up another thing to do? Like help you
Well,
it's to help you
yeah,
try to break it?
if I had gotten a strong hint, it would have actually had let me take the opportunity to immediately make another move and then take a +1 to that move.
Okay. And then on a weak hit, you just get +1 momentum.
Yeah, and
Oh,
narratively, we'll say I find the piece of ass. So I think now Cal's going to try to cut the ropes, and this feels like a face danger.
face danger.
So I think she's going to try to cut it with this piece of glass, and more about manipulating the glass and using it to cut as instead of strength. So I'm going to argue that this is edge.
Yeah, I think so. Maneuvering yourself when you're
All
tied
right.
up.
So while Cal is doing that, what is Cat doing?
Um, hmm. Probably just trying to keep an eye on whoever the driver of this cart is.
Okay.
We haven't decided that yet.
Yeah. Or how many there are.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's ask the Oracle and start figuring that out. So, asking the Oracle is sometimes when we decide stuff that we don't really know exactly what the answer is. Uh, will roll. So I don't think we'd have more than 3 or 4 people. So let's figure out the numbers. Like, how many do we think there are likely? I bet there are probably at minimum 2.
Yeah. I was gonna say if they're cocky, probably two, because they're like, oh, they're tied up.
All
It's
right. And then what do
no.
we want the other option to be? So it's the Oracle. You generally decide 2 options. We decide which one is more likely, and then we roll, and then we figure it out.
Where is this? Ask the Oracle. Let me find the page.
I don't know.
I,
I printed off this because I played in person not that long ago. And I printed off this nifty moves packet that is on the Ironsworn website. That has descriptions of all the moves. So if you are deciding that you want to play this after watching this, that's a few things to talk about. I guess we're not sponsored by them, so we're doing this because we like the system and it's fun. Obviously, we're not sponsored by them. If they were decided to sponsor us, that would have been a weird and odd choice on their part for lots of reasons. But besides that, all this stuff is free. Like all the base Ironsword stuff, the PDF is free. They have these nice packets that tell you all the moves. They have printouts for the little cards for your assets. See, there's a bunch of them. So if you want to keep track of it in a more easy way, they have that for you as well. And it's really neat. They also have like a little cheat sheet for uh, the rules, even. This is like a little 1-page thing, and it's all really cool, which is why we are playing this game. Is because I like it and James was interested. So do it. I liked it so much I bought the physical book from them to support them. So
I think I found what you're talking about. Is it like almost certain is 11 or greater, likely is 26 or greater?
yes.
Okay, I think I see that, yeah. So
Yep.
we want to decide which is likely. I think it'd
Right.
be likely that there's 3 and less likely that there's just 2.
All right. Do you want to roll?
Sure. Oops, that's a D10.
All right. So we're
Not
saying it's
exactly.
likely that there's 3. Okay, there are 3.
There are most certainly 3.
There are 3 of them. There are 3 people kind of watching. Um. All right. So we know that because that's probably free to determine. I feel like. What do you feel? Or do you want to roll
Yes.
the? Yeah. So what do you want to? So do you want to try to gather information? Is that what you're doing?
Uh, I changed my mind. As soon as I see you're going for it, I know your mind cannot be changed. So I'm gonna draw attention to myself, like inch a little bit further away while you're like laying on whatever you're trying to do,
Yeah.
and um, just speak up and be like, I I I need to make a poopy. I need to use the restroom. I'm gonna
Uh,
try it
compel, I
and
guess.
deceive them, compel, sure, whatever it would be.
Compel. You attempt to persuade someone to do something.
Could we pull over? Pull over, maybe.
All right.
All right.
So, I guess your lie or swindle. So this is plus shadow.
Okie doke. My shadow is 2.
So you should be able
So
to
is
just
that
click.
a?
Yeah, you should be
Oh,
able to
okay.
just click where it says shadow, and then it's going to ask you for a modifier. If you have any abilities that help you, or you'll put that in.
I do not.
All right. You got a
Sick.
strong hit. Nice. So on a strong hit, they'll do what you want or share what they know. You get +1 momentum. So at the bottom of your sheet, increase your momentum. And then anything else? Oh, if you use this exchange to gather information, what you're not doing, you make that move now and add a +1.
Right. So yeah, I'm just like, hey, can we pull over?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess I'm picturing the guards sort of just look at each other frustrated, like it's the little kid thing, right?
They're
Like I told you
like,
to
what
use the
the
restroom
hell?
before we go. And
Why did we just call it poopy? What?
right, there's also that.
Or did they just call it poopy? Um, yeah, I don't know with this system. Are we just describing what they're like, or
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
what they're doing?
yeah, we decide together. So what are you picturing?
Okay, I'm curious. When you played before, was there any point where people do voices for NPCs just for fun, or like was it less, or
I mean,
more
we
just like
can.
describing?
It was
I
just
was I was curious.
we were just. I mean, same as tabletop in general. Some people don't really,
Yeah.
but it was just describing when we were doing it. I mean, I guess I did little voices for some NPCs occasionally because uh, I'm a forever
Is it
DM or
fun?
GM or whatever, so it just happens whether I want to or not. But yeah, I because I'm picturing like I mean we can even just both take control of one and have like a brief conversation with them if we want. Because
If
I
that's something you're interested.
right because I think one of I because I'm picturing one of them turns to and I'll play this one. One of them turns to is like even does it matter like gonna go get eaten anyways?
I mean, I'm pretty sure vultures are into that. It's carrion, right? I mean, they eat that, and it's not. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with the smell though.
Hmm. Yeah, we do have a little bit ways to go yet. That would be
I don't want to deal with that. Let's just.
and I think after that they begrudgingly start like picking you up and dragging you off. I
Okay.
guess. And I think my character will take this opportunity when there's only one to try to cut their bonds. So
Yes,
I'm going to now
exactly what I wanted.
face danger with edge. Oh, yes. Oh,
Nice.
yes. Really nervous there. When we played last weekend, last weekend it was rough. There were some rough dice rolls, so like, um, okay.
Strong hit.
On a strong hit, I am successful and I get +1 momentum. So I'm gonna move my momentum
Nice.
up to 3. And yeah, I cut through my bonds. And I guess my character, I don't know what they would do now.
Commence chokeout time.
Right? We can decide if
I
we want
imagine
this
they're
to be,
armed though.
yeah,
I
these are
imagine they're armed with like daggers. That's what I'm picturing because they're
mm,
just like low level cultists. They're not gonna have like
right.
battle axe or
Right.
anything.
So why don't we decide how threatening we want these enemies to be? I can't imagine they're more than troublesome, but do we want them to be to the point where we have to get in a fight initially, or do we want to be able to try to do quick sort of fighting at this for these cultists? Like, do you want me to try to just choke one out?
uh, I
So,
don't mechanics. I don't know how that
well, we get
will.
to well, I can I know how
I know you
combat
enter
works,
the
but
fray and go into combat, but
yeah,
I don't know how much that would be a problem unarmed or how that would work.
we
I
we
wasn't picturing them being
we
worse than
basically
trouble. No.
yeah we were basically doing half damage on an arm. I think maybe the way I'd like to play it is I can try to stealth kill, but once we're out of stealth, then we enter the fray,
Sure.
right? So my idea is I can try to quickly choke this one out, and maybe there's a we can talk about it. Maybe there's a shadow roll that needs to go for me to sneak up on them.
Probably.
All right, yeah, that sounds reasonable. I can't really make an argument for there not being one.
Yeah, you're really great at that, right?
Yeah, so I think that's what my character's probably gonna do. So we see her cut free, but I don't want to take up all the time. So are you doing anything that you have these two kind of have pulled you out into the forest?
Oh,
Uh,
hang on, just another minute, another minute.
okay, so
Nothing interesting though.
yeah,
The
you're just
entire
beating.
point of that was the distraction.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna start with the shadow roll. It's probably face danger. All right, shadow face danger. No modifier. Let's go. Miss.
Oh, your face. It's like, oh shit.
Well, I had a feeling. All right, so on a
Wait,
miss.
so you have to get greater than the challenge die to.
Yes, you have to get greater than.
Okay.
Yep. It's not match or succeed. Just exceed. So now we have to pay the price.
So yeah, he turns to you. He's like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
What are you doing?"
And I think he probably calls out, and I because I failed, I think he calls out to everyone else before I have a chance to react, so they're aware of the situation. But so are you, so I guess there's that. That does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right, we are entering the fray. So I guess you're doing it with wits because this is like an ambush for you, and
I
I am.
also still tied. Well, my hands are probably tied.
Yeah, your hands are probably.
What the hell am I gonna do?
And then I guess I'm facing off against my foe. So I am rolling heart. I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't have weapons. I missed.
Hey, me too.
Sweet. Fantastic. Fantastic. So we both have to pay the price.
How does this work? Let's find out.
Yeah, so we can roll if we're not sure, or we can just pick one that makes sense, or we can come up with something ourselves. So I think maybe the pay the price, and we can both have the same one. We thought they would just have like daggers, and I think daggers aren't that harmful, or we thought they weren't going to have anything that harmful.
Yeah.
But they have like hatchets or something.
Yeah,
So
they start pulling them out of coats.
yeah, so they're a little more. They have the potential to hurt us a little more. That kind of makes sense.
It does. I agree.
So I have the group character sheet for us. If you want to pull that up,
Yes.
add some checks here for our cultists. Um, so
Oh, there it is.
well, what happened? They're just troublesome still, and so each point of harm is going to do 3 boxes, and then when we want to finish them off, we have to make.
Oh, interesting.
So they have the initiative, so I'm going to clash with them, and I have to use uh, iron. Don't really have a choice.
So is it would it be end the fight on each one to whenever
Yeah,
you're
we'll have to
trying
do
to.
it for each one,
Okay,
from
so
my understanding.
three of them.
So I'm gonna clash with iron. They don't have anything that range, even though that's my preferred fighting style. I miss.
No, no. That's some red over there.
I miss. So the fool's just troublesome. They only inflict 1 harm. I think they're still just troublesome, but maybe they inflict 2 harm with the hatchets.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So now I am going to endure harm. So I moved my health. So how this works is you move your health value down first. So I took 2, so I went from 5 to 3, and then you roll either health or iron, whichever is higher. Right now it's my health. So I'm gonna submit that, and I missed on the enduring harm.
Oh shit. That's a lot of red.
Yeah, this is how it goes sometimes.
Do we
So
lose momentum on every miss? Or is
uh
that moves?
okay, hold on. It should tell you in the move. So
So if it says it in the move, yes. Otherwise, no.
yeah, so on Clash, do I lose momentum on a miss? Not to find this.
It just says you have to pay the price.
Yeah, and pay the prices face arm or fights most of the time. But
Yeah.
I do lose a momentum from failing my. I suffer -1 momentum, but my health is above 0, so the other part doesn't happen. So I think I just lose from my harm move. Yeah, on a miss you suffer -1 momentum, and if you're at 0. All right. So that all happens. That was what I was doing. So what is your character doing?
Uh, so in this system, is it like how it works with fate? I think, or no, you can attack in fate. Dungeon World. Dungeon
Yes.
World.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so the enemies
So
don't have a turn. If you fail to hit them, they hurt you.
yes. So how it works is there are 2 states of being in a fight. You either have the initiative, or your opponent has the. So depending on whether or not you have the initiative, you either take the strike move or the clash move. The strike move is if you have, the clash is if you don't. You get initiative by getting a strong hit on a clash,
Okay.
and it's better to attack with initiative because the strikes we get is worse than the clash we get.
All right. So on my quote unquote turn, I guess,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and break out of my bond as well.
Okay, so I think you're facing danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and, well, it doesn't matter which I do, but I'm gonna try and slip out of it. Uh, it's the same ability either way. So I'm gonna do it with edge.
Okay, so oh,
Oh god.
that's a
That's
critical,
really bad.
critical failure here. So when you roll doubles, that's affected on the challenge dice. That's effectively a critical. If you don't succeed, that's a failure, and if you succeed, it's a critical success. However, this is a critical failure. So not only do you pay the price, so go ahead and take your 2 harm from that and roll to endure the harm. We have to come up with something even worse that happens.
Yay.
Yay.
So I have to do endure harm. So that would
Yes. So
be,
you're gonna roll either your health or iron, whatever is higher, and that's after you've taken the damage.
oh, okay. So my health goes down to 3 because it's 2.
Yep. Okay. You had a weak hit, which basically just means you took the damage and that's it.
I don't lose momentum.
You don't lose
Okay.
momentum. You don't get the other benefits of
Oh,
getting a
what's the
strong hit.
really bad thing that
I
it's,
don't know. What is the really bad thing that happens?
oh boy. Um
Oh, I guess you were trying to escape, but I still think like in your trying to escape, they probably just take a snipe at you. That's probably right.
yeah. Yeah. Hmm. I don't know. I can't think of anything that's not gross because of what I was doing. And I feel that maybe not, it's not narratively the most interesting thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how temporary penalties would work in this too. Like it hits my leg and I can't go as fast, but I don't know how that would work in this game.
So there are conditions, and how conditions work is they lower your momentum values. So normally when you burn your momentum, which we haven't talked about yet, but normally when you burn your momentum, it resets to 2, and your max is 10, and your minimum is -6. Um, but when you take a penalty, it lowers your. When you take a condition, anything in the ability section on the character sheet, if you take any of those, it lowers it by 1 for each one of those. So if you're wounded, your max is 9 and your reset's 1. So on and so
Gotcha.
forth. The reset might cap at 0, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. So don't quote me.
Maybe I just fuck it up so that it's harder to get out, and the next time I try to get out, it's even worse. I just like tied
Sure,
up
you
the
take
rope
like a
more
minus
somehow.
you take a -1 penalty to your next
I'm
roll to
trying to do it
escape.
again. Oh, good. But yeah,
Uh,
I think that makes sense.
yeah. So I guess so Cal kind of went in for a punch and she just got an axe to the face. Kind of
Oh
stumbles
no.
back, spits out some blood, and looks at the axe and she's thinking she wants to disarm this guy. She wants to make this not as dangerous because that hurt.
Yeah.
So instead of striking this turn, I think she's going to face danger. I think would be what it is, and try to disarm him.
Speed.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's aggressive. It could be, yeah, precision, speed, aggressive action, forceful. Could be trying to do it either way.
Yeah, she's gonna go speed because she's better at that. So she's just gonna try to like quickly and less about the force and more about like using a maneuver to
Slip, or yeah, grab both parts of the handle around his hand, twist it so that he
yeah,
lets go,
yeah,
instead of just ripping it away.
right. So I'm gonna roll for that. I got a weak hit, better than a miss. So I succeed, but I have to choose one. I'm going to endure stress. So I'm gonna take a -1 to my spirit. Then I'm gonna roll spirit or heart, whichever is harder higher from spirit, and we'll see spirit until I get 0. I got a weak hit, so basically, like she's a little stressed out by this move, and that's about it. So she's wrestled the axe away from him, and now can I think at this point she can use it to fight.
Nice. Yes.
All right, Cat, what are you doing?
Oh, I didn't even finish. Oh.
There's like a
uh,
stream coming from underneath like a
oh
skirt.
no. There's a little brown snake hanging out of the hole. Okay, that's gross.
That's a little much.
um, shit. I don't know what else she would do besides try to. I don't think running away is really an option. It doesn't seem like there's.
Well, you can, right? Like that would be a face danger with edge probably. Try and escape.
Um, is that a thing? Oh, face danger.
Yeah.
To try and get back to you. To start running.
Yeah, just run to the.
Okay, we're gonna do that. My hands are still tied, so good stuff. This would be with speed for sure.
All
The
right, so
edge.
you're rolling
I
with
don't think
edge.
it's anything else.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
a miss, a miss. So what do we think the price is this time? Because it's not necessarily face harm, as you're trying to run away.
Do I just trip and fall over and they just like grab me? It's like, all right, that's enough.
Okay, so you're effectively out of the fight.
I guess for now, I don't know. uh, how does this system work?
Maybe you're grappled by them, right? Now you need to
Yeah.
escape the grapple before you can do anything else. Like forcibly, you can only just face danger to try to break out of the grapple.
Instead of progressing through things that are stopping me, just keep getting more and more things that are stopping me.
All right, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you kind of stumbled away and just tripped, and one of them just grabs you by your hair, pulls you up, and the other one kind of gets you in a bear hug. Is that what you're
Yeah.
picturing?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Cool. This is going swimmingly.
Oh, wonderfully.
Yeah. I guess as we flip back to Cal, she's like ripped the axe out. She probably gives it a couple practice swings. Like, oh yeah, this is better for me. And she'll run up and try to swing at him. So we're gonna clash with iron. And get a miss.
Oof. Oh no.
No. Oh no. Alright, well, I pay the price, which is face harm, so I'm only gonna take one this time because now he just has his fist. Pull that health. Miss on that, so I'll lose a momentum. Yeah. So she kind of swings in for at what she thinks is an opening, but he kind of just moves to the side and hits her in the gut, and she steps back, a little winded from the blow. What I'm picturing.
Yeah.
All right. Cool, cool,
Sorry,
cool.
I'm trying to read about burning momentum real quick.
Yeah. So how it works
Trying to
is
look for mechanical ways to do better that I may not be taking advantage of. But
yes,
at +3 is not that useful.
no. How burning momentum works for the people who are wondering is we have a momentum value right now. Mine is at 1, and Cat's at 3 is what you said.
I think so. For that last miss on, hang on, I need to read that again for face danger. Does it call me to on a
Face.
miss? Oh, pay the price, but we decided the price was getting grappled.
Yeah.
Pay the price. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So when you burn it, you cancel all challenge dice with less value than your momentum. So at +3, he can cancel any challenge dice of 2 or lower. Not great, and then afterwards it'll reset to 2.
Gotcha.
Um,
So yeah, if you had +10, you have a guaranteed.
no, you can't cancel out 10s.
Well, almost guaranteed.
Yes,
Okay.
you have an almost guaranteed at least weak hit. Very improbable that you get a miss, but it can
You
happen
get double
technically.
points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and no matter what bonuses you have, you can't go greater than 10. Anything above a 10 is just 10. Always a chance. All right, all right, Kat. How are you trying to break free of this grasp?
Uh, they are going to just start spouting gibberish. Start spouting gibberish about um, throw in weird words like shit, I don't know, just like unsettling stuff like oh nature needs your blood, nature needs your blood, nature needs your blood, just like something like that. Uh, just to try and get them to maybe like, let go and back off. So I think would this be face danger again with wits to try and do that, or would that be a persuade thing?
I think it's.
Compel?
Oh yeah, it's probably a compel, but I honestly think it's probably with shadow from how you're
Oh, okay.
describing it.
Sure.
Well, you're trying to trick him, right? You full well
Yeah.
know. That's my. I'm not trying to make it worse for us because obviously the dice are doing that for us. But
Right.
if we were in guided play and I was GMing this, I'd say, "Oh, that sounds like shadow to me." So
I need to pull up the descriptions of the stats again to remind myself. Stats. Yeah, deceptiveness and cunning. Yeah. Yes, I am not actually insane, so
yet,
yet. Oh, it's not a completeness. Okay.
yeah. So I do think this is probably face danger, even though as much as it is a compel, like it's a compel described as a face danger, because I can't imagine the weak hit working in this situation for compel.
What is it? I didn't
They'll give
actually.
you what you want, but you need to promise they'll ask something in return.
Yeah.
So I guess so. You'll pick one of the weak hit options for face danger.
Um, I've had to resort to pretty pathetic behavior there, so maybe being dispirited. I don't know what endure stress does.
Yeah, so you lower your spirit by 1. It's like another health pool. Think about it as sort of that way. Your health is
Gotcha.
like your physical health, and your spirit is like your mental health. If you played any systems with like insanity stuff, sometimes they measure
Yeah.
this. Um, and then you'll endure spirit just like enduring stress, except instead of iron, heart is the stat you'd roll if it is higher. But I'm guessing your spirit is probably at 4. You'll want to roll that.
Yes.
We go hit, essentially nothing happens.
Yep.
Nothing additional happens, I should.
Okay. So I take a hit to my spirit, but I get them to back off like, what the
Yeah,
f-?
they just let you go like, oh god, this crazy person's gibbering. All right, I think Cat not looking favorably in this situation. Like this is going very poorly for us.
Yeah. You don't say.
And or Cat Cal is not looking favorably.
Like I said at the beginning, we've never mess them up, ever mix them up.
No, we'll never do that. Not with Cal and Cat. At this point, I think Cal just is like, all right, we just need to get out of here. We just need to run away.
Yeah.
At the I guess she sees you a little bit ways off, so she's gonna run to you. And then I think she's going to try to secure an advantage by using the hatchet to just cut your binds. You're not, so we can just.
Okay.
So I'm actually providing the help action, the aid action, aid your ally. So I'm going to secure an advantage, but the benefits are going to go to you. I guess this is iron. So I'm just chop it.
Oh
Uh,
god.
how are we rolling so terribly?
Oh god. Yeah, 3, 5, 5, 5, 4, 2. And then we've rolled a 10 on the past one, or well, yeah, on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the past 6 rolls. We've rolled a 10 on the challenge die. So
I mean, so let's talk it through. What this pay the prices. I honestly
I
think,
think it's pretty obvious.
right? She cuts you instead.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, so go ahead and take. All right, let's ask Thorkel on this one. So I think Cat is trying to like obviously not swing with full force. So I kind of feel
Mhm.
like we should ask Thorkel. Do you take 2 points of damage? Would be the
Or
question,
one.
or one?
Yeah. Okay.
So what do we? How do we feel? How likely do we feel like it is? Let's make 2 the high odds or the high roll option. So how likely am I gonna swing hard enough to deal you 2 damage?
I think it might just be 50-50.
All right, we'll go with 50-50. If you roll higher than 50, it's 2 points of damage.
Oh, I get to roll it.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure, why
good.
not?
Good.
Good. Your fault, not mine. You rolled.
Yep.
All right, so take 2 points of damage and endure harm.
I'm at 1.
So go ahead and I guess you can just roll your health still. Yeah, so she'll run up and she'll like swing it down. She'll be like, "Fuck!" as she like bites into
The tree roots suck your blood. All right, so it says yeah, health or iron. Oh, okay. So it's not heart. Heart
No,
is
heart is spirit.
something else. Oh, okay. I was yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
when
sense.
you endure stress. Strong hit,
Sick.
nice. So you have an
Sick.
option. You have an option. You can either lose 1 momentum and regain one of the healths, or you can add a momentum, whichever you want.
I'm gonna use 1 momentum to gain a health.
Right.
Actually wait. Well, that's metagaming, kind of.
Let's find a metagame. Right, there's like this
Yeah,
whole should you or should you not metagame. Honestly, it's a game. Make decisions based
yeah,
off of it being a game.
yeah.
It's
They do
fine.
too. So if I go up to 2 health, it's not really gonna do much.
Right, it effectively doesn't do anything since you can't go less
So
than
I guess
0.
I guess I'll just gain a momentum
Yeah,
and leave it at that.
yeah, that makes sense. So you gain a momentum. Sweet. So what are you gonna do now? I run up and axe you.
Ask me a question.
Yeah.
Uh,
Question is, how much did that hurt?
and the answer is yes.
Yeah,
Uh, can we just run? Do we just run now, right? I'm
Cal's
tied
just like
up.
shaking her head. Yes, like yes, we just run.
Fuck it. Uh, is this space danger? I mean, a lot of
I
stuff
think
is space.
so. I think it's space danger.
I'm just gonna start running and hope they don't gain on me.
Yeah, another thing to consider. I think it's the same either. You could try hiding too, right? So if you're doing it with deception, stealth, or trickery, or do you personally feel that you have to get some distance first?
Um, I don't know. I think it'd be hard to hide effectively with my hands tied still.
Mm-hmm.
And also with blood trailing down from the open wound on my arm now, it might make it a little.
The two open ones. I only caused one of them. I don't take credit for both, but there are two.
That's fair. Fair. Yeah, I would it be Edge, I guess, for running away fast?
Running away fast sounds like Edge to me.
Okay.
We're so terrible.
God. So I can at least make it a weak hit.
Yeah, if you want to burn your momentum.
Um,
I mean, I think you have
do
to.
yeah, I think I do. I just need to see what the consequence is still. So it would be on a weak heat. I choose the cost. Um, I think my my sister just fucking chopping me in the arm maybe has got me a little emotionally distressed. So
No, you don't say.
I'm gonna reset my momentum to two.
Okay. And you're gonna endure
Uh,
stress?
yeah.
Alright.
Let's see here. There's this big list of moves I have to scroll through every time. It's spirit or heart. My spirit goes down
Goes
one since I
down first and then
and
you.
then
Alright. At least it
nothing worse
doesn't get worse. Yeah.
happens.
Alright. And Cal seeing you take off, she's just like, yup! And just starts running as well. Here we go!
Nice.
Oh, yeah, strong hit. I get a momentum. We are out of there.
The most organized escape, well planned. Well, actually, well planned.
Yeah,
Execution, not really there, but it's
yeah,
fine.
it didn't go as terrible as it could have. So, do we feel that escaping from these guys warrants a progress on our quest?
A pity point.
So, reach a milestone is when you make significant progress in your quest by overcoming a certain obstacle, completing a perilous journey, solving a complex mystery, blah blah blah, defeating a powerful threat, um, etc., etc. We can mark progress. Do we feel like we get a mark progress for not being tied up anymore and being forced into? Uh,
Yes, but just barely. It counts in spirit of the mechanics, but not in the spirit of.
all right.
It probably doesn't feel like much progress.
I mean, there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot of progress. Before we were just gonna be
Yeah.
tied up and tossed to it. Now we're free and we
Yep.
can make decisions.
Yes.
So, for the Slay the Vulture quest, go ahead and mark 2 progress. I did on my character sheet.
Oh, isn't that on the group one?
It can be if we want it to be. Oh, there's
I
different
thought we had
tabs. Okay. Let's put on the group one. They did no damage to the cultists.
nothing at all.
Nothing at
Oh,
all.
man, that's
So
hilarious.
terrible. Yeah, they have a progress. Oh, and they have a sights one. Cool, cool. All right, so yeah, we got some progress. All right, so now at this point, I guess we have a moment to talk. Do we want to role play like a short scene?
Sure.
Yeah, so I guess Cal's probably like, they should have seen this coming. That shifty. What the fuck was his name again?
Ah, I don't know.
And
I
she's like, oh
can't. Give
shit,
me a minute to think
shit,
right now.
shit. Are you okay?
Just, are you okay?
Yeah, I
Hang
mean,
on. Here, I know how to deal. Here, hang on.
yeah.
uh, and I'm gonna. Oh shit! I don't have. Oh, okay. So I have Herbalist, which says when I attempt to heal using herbal remedies, and you have at least one supply,
I
you
think
may choose one.
we probably have. We should have talked about this. We probably have
Yeah.
just one supply now. Because when we were tied up, I
Okay.
imagine they didn't leave us with our stuff.
Right. And hopefully the pouch of herbs would be like, whatever. It's like they look in it. There's nothing sharp or metal inside. They're just
Yeah.
like,
Well, yeah.
whatever.
Let's. Yeah. Why don't we ask the Oracle? I think at most we have is 3 supply. What do you think?
And at least we have a 0.
Well, the least we
Nothing.
have is 1, because if we're at 0, there's some.
Oh, there's really bad consequences or something.
Yeah.
Sure.
It makes it so we can't do.
Yeah. 1 to 3.
So, how like. I think it's probably unlikely that we have 3, so let's just roll for that. And then if we have less, we'll just roll a d2.
Sure.
Alright, I'll go ahead and roll. Not.
Even though, yeah, I was like, oh, even though I know you love rolling, Nick, so you can go ahead and
Yeah,
do
we
it.
got it. We have 3. So we.
Neat. Wait, I thought it was. Unlikely is top 26 points or whatever, top 25.
Yeah, 25.
Let me get back to that page. 23, 23.
Fine.
Okay.
Yep.
76 are great.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. So we have some supplies, thankfully. I mean, not our weapons, which is problematic.
Right.
I guess you're gonna probably take some time. I have this hatchet, but I'm not good at using it. I don't have anything that makes me good at using it.
Right.
So I guess Cal will give it to you. Here, use this. You can use it to defend yourself.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't really.
And,
I can't use this
well, I don't.
on principle. Um, People use things like this to chop down trees, and that's really not my sort of style.
She'll
So
do like
why don't
the
you
biggest eye roll and slightly less feel bad about cutting you earlier.
just take it back. You can have it. But why don't you just hold it tightly there while I try and do this. I'm gonna try to heal you.
All right.
um
You treat an injury or ailment. You're amending your own rune. Roll plus wits or plus iron. Lower. You're rolling mine. You're gonna roll plus wits.
Sweet. I didn't even know it was wits, but I guess that makes sense. I am going to, since we have the supply, I'm going to add +2 because my healer or herbalist is you get to either add +2 or on a hit take or give an additional +1 health.
Nice.
What does it mean? Take or give? Take?
Yeah, apparently you can take health with it. Oh.
What?
We'll read more into that later. Right now, let's just keep going.
Take or give. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so I get a +2 modifier.
Nice.
Sweet.
So did we lose 1 supply then? Are we at 2 supply?
All it says is when you attempt to heal using herbal remedies and you have at least one +1 supply, you may choose one. It doesn't say it uses the supply.
Nice. So you took the +2, so I'm gonna get the 2 health.
Yes.
So what does this look like, I guess?
They are very much like it's very shamanic, so kind of just like a muttering of something as well as doing motions around it and then actually doing the healing. Something along those lines, and then binding the wound around whatever herbs are supposed to be,
I imagine she
soaking.
like winces when you apply it, and this has happened every time, right? Like you're applying
Mhm.
like the paste to the wound. It's just never every time, huh?
That means it's working.
Telling me.
Well, it works, doesn't it? Not dead yet.
All right. Well, what are you gonna do about you? You look pretty messed up too.
Well, I'll try my best, maybe. So I think if I heal myself, I have to do plus iron
Yeah.
because my iron is lower.
Yeah, but you get the +2, so you're still rolling at
Yeah,
+3, right? So
yeah, which is not terrible,
not
but I'll
terrible.
still try it.
Yes. So I think while you're doing that, I'm going to try to see if I can make a makeshift spear out of something. Like if there's a sturdy
Ooh,
branch or
nice.
something. So what do you want to do? Do you want to lose momentum or do you want us to lose supply?
Ah, so that's okay.
Yep.
Um, I'm still at +2, so I'll just lose a momentum.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to secure an advantage by making a makeshift spear out of something around here because I am trained in using a spear, so it's better if I had that. So I am going to, I guess, roll wits. Is that what we're feeling?
To search around and find stuff. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Undo that. I don't have any modifier. I got a weak hit. Oh boy. That's close to
Barely
being
in
terrible. Yeah, barely a weak
there.
hit, but a weak hit nonetheless. Um, so I'll get one momentum from it. I'll be like a little happy, but it is not ideal. It's not as good as I want. Um, let's see. Weak hit, your advantage is short lived. I think maybe this spear will only last one fight
Okay, that makes sense.
before it like becomes unusable.
Good old sharpened stick.
Yep. Yeah, and she's like probably pretty proud of herself, even though it's kind of mediocre. But it's something more what she's used to wielding. So, all right, well, those bastards lied to us, but still have this vow. I say we go find the damn beast, kill it, and just throw their head center of town. Demand our payment.
Circle of life and all that. Can't think of anything better to do. I'll probably tag along.
Yeah, and I guess Cal will nod and steal her face, look towards it. Oh, and then quickly realize she has no idea where we're supposed to go. Uh, what now? I guess. How do we do that?
Mechanically, or is this still
Yeah,
just
well, mechanically, I think we can undertake a journey. Travel across hazardous or unfamiliar land. Set the rank of our journey, and then we'll try to do it. And I guess so. We'll go to the group sheet, add progress. Go to the progress tab. I'm gonna add journey to Vulture Nest.
gotcha?
And I think this is probably just troublesome. Like we already were part of the way there, right?
Yeah.
All right, and then we'll have to do the undertake a journey action. So we're going to travel across hazardous or unfamiliar terrains. We set the rank. We did so. Then for each segment of your journey, we're going to roll plus wits, and uh, yeah. So this sounds like your thing, but I can try to aid you along the way.
I will feel the places it's been.
All right, cool. Yeah, and Kat again, like very subtle eye roll this time. She's used to you saying this type of stuff.
It's
Mm.
just how it is. All right, so I do a
So
drop
yeah,
wit.
before you
Set
do,
off from a
yeah, but
no.
before you do that, I want to try to aid you.
Oh, okay, sure.
So
That work.
I roll it's secure advantage, but you're gonna get the benefits. So I
Gotcha.
have to envision how I do it. So I think what Cat's gonna or Cal, what Cal's going to do to help you is she's gonna scout up ahead and then have information about where we're going. So she's gonna like move quickly to be able to like run up and be like, okay, we're gonna want to not go this way,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I'm gonna roll with edge.
could be Shadow too.
Nice. It could be, but luckily it's Edge. So I got a strong hit. So we get to choose one of two things. So I think what we can either give you +2 momentum. Oh, I'm on this right segment already. So you can either get +2 momentum, or you can make the move now and add a +1. So what would you prefer?
um, probably the make it now, right?
Yeah, I
The
think that
bonus
makes
to the
sense
roll.
to me. So you'll have a modifier of 1 on your wits roll away. Hopefully, you don't fail miserably.
Damn tens.
So often. Okay, we got a weak hit. So on a weak hit, you reach a
It's like,
waypoint and mark progress, but suffer -1 supply. All
all
right,
right, so we go down to two.
go down to 2 supply. We mark progress. Get 3 marks on this. Then we hit a waypoint.
I think you can actually just hit the mark.
Oh, does it?
No, no, that doesn't work.
No, it
Oh, it
does.
does work. Cool.
Nice mark. Cool. That is neat. He's for anyone listening, we're using Roll20, and the stuff set up on Roll20 is also fantastic for this game.
Yeah,
Seriously,
honestly,
is
the best made character sheets and most intuitive for learning a new game that I've ever seen in Roll20.
it's super cool. Hashtag not sponsored. Yeah. So got some progress. We're 3 ticks in. What do we think the waypoint is? What are we picturing for this?
Hmm. Is there a way we could roll on a table to,
We could
to
roll. Yeah, I
or do
mean,
you have an idea? Because I don't have a specific idea at the moment.
if the waypoint is unknown to you, ask the oracle. Envision it. Ask the oracle if unsure. Choose one. So we envision it. We're in a forest, so I think that limits it in some ways.
Mhm. For
Uh,
sure.
I'm maybe not picking some. I'm picturing something not necessarily like crazy. Maybe it's like a good place to set up camp if we wanted to set up camp, which we could do.
Yes.
Would we want that?
Sure. Wait, so what was the this was a undertake a journey? I know this is a specific. Each one roll hits on a weak hit. You reach a waypoint. Oh, so we did reach a waypoint,
Yep.
but we just okay.
Yeah. So,
Sure.
yeah. All right, and I guess we'll get into this clearing, and you would probably be the one to be like, "Hey, this looks like a good place to set up a camp if we want to."
There's not a beaten path here. It should be fine. Maybe.
And Cal will probably look anxious, like she wants to keep going, but she'll also look at your wounds and glance over at the axe that's at her hip right now. The blood that is yours, that is on it. All right,
It's
well,
fine. We'll
no,
vibe.
we should probably rest.
A wise choice.
All right. And she'll look around and she'll say, "All right, look, why don't you set up the camp, and I'll go and see if I can get us some supply. I'm gonna
All
hunt. I'm gonna
right.
try to hunt. So I'm
May
gonna,
your spear land true. Just looking at the like stick.
yeah." And she'll be like, "I always do. It always does." And she'll kind of wave as she makes her way out of the clearing. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll plus wits. No modifier. Get a weak
So this
hit,
is resupply.
resupply. On a weak hit, I can take up to 2, but I lose a momentum for each one I take. I
And
think I'm gonna.
I'm starting to see how this works. It's kind of like a balancing act between all of your different like stat bars. It's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. I'm gonna take just one and lose 1 momentum.
All right.
So I think you're probably gonna be making the make camp action.
So we go up to 3 supply.
Go up to 3 supply.
Roll plus
You're
supply.
venturing. Make camp. Here we
Pardon?
go.
Yeah. Roll plus supply.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and roll that? Because my head canon, as much as that applies to anything, was that while I was going, you were preparing to make camp, but we can roll after I get the supplies for us.
Right. Sick. You and your allies may each choose 2.
So you got a strong hit. Nice. Um, I think I'm going to recuperate and I'm going to focus.
Can you choose the same one twice, or do
No,
you
you have to
have
choose
to?
separate ones. That's why there are 2 that recover, and the second recovery one cost
I
supply.
think I will recuperate and relax.
So keep in mind, you'll probably also be doing the roll for undertaking a journey. So you want to prepare, get that bonus.
When you break camp, add. Oh, okay. Yeah, spirit's not that important, right? It can't be. It's
Yeah.
only one other bar on there.
Well, you also are only down 1 spirit, right?
I'm at 3, but it's fine.
Oh, you're at 3. That's right. There was the mental distress from getting axed to the shoulder.
And from from acting insane. Yeah, I'll just stick with the health and spirit. Go up to +4 on each.
Oh, okay. So you're not preparing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Okay.
relax.
Yeah. So after we break camp, I'm at +5 on health, +4 on spirit. We're at +3 supply. And you are?
Uh, +4 health, +4 spirit.
Great.
And we're
That's
both at 3 supply.
yeah. Yep. And we're undertaking a journey again, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'll do the same thing to try to aid you. We'll see
Okay.
how this goes. Nice, a strong hit. So you want to take that +1 again?
Sounds good to me.
This is going way
Uh,
better than our fight.
yeah.
All right, so we lose the supply again because you got a weak hit. We're back down to 2, and we'll mark progress. So what do we think this waypoint is?
This next one.
Yeah.
Um, maybe we're pretty close to there. You can maybe see wherever it nests off in the distance, but there's like an outpost, like a hut
Oh,
under
yeah,
some
I like
trees or
that.
something. Prepare whatever sacrifice to just have them there.
Yeah,
Like
they
that's the
have like
last
some
step.
supply stuff. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, so I think Cal seeing that will be like, gotta raid that hut. We need to see if they have better weapons. Than she kind of like looks at her. She's proud of her spear, but she's aware it's a bit makeshift.
If they have better weapons, they're bound to use them on us.
Yeah, we should take them for sure.
That wasn't my point, but I see your point. I support you.
Those kind of nod. All right. Well, how do we want to go about this?
Hmm. Any ideas?
Kick in the door, and if there's anyone there, kill them.
Hmm. Rather barbaric as usual. Perhaps. Hmm. Perhaps we could look and see what entrances there are first, and then do your plan.
Okay, so sounds like. So what are you thinking then? What move are you
uh,
thinking about making?
gather information, I guess.
Yeah.
So I will search an area from a distance. So it would be roll plus wits. I'm just like in the woods trying to look around the hut, encircling from a distance a certain ways away.
Sure.
Yes.
A weak hit. Oh no. Yeah, strong hit. Roll it
Sweet.
twice.
What is that?
What was the weak hit?
The weak hit was from
Oh, that was
the
our
journey.
journey. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
On a strong hit for gathering information, you discover something helpful and specific. The path you must follow or actions you must take to make progress is made clear. Envision what you learn, ask the Oracle Funsure, and take +2 momentum. So you get +2 momentum.
Sick.
Yeah, that is nice. So, what information do you think we learned?
I was looking for an alternate entrance that might be more useful. So maybe there is like those cellar doors that go underneath
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like a basement with supplies. Maybe I find something like that instead of just breaking through the front door. It's like, "Oh, there's this back door."
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you point that out to Cal. All right. Yeah, we can probably go there. Matter to me.
As long as you get to break some skulls, right? Don't sound very enthused. Normally more enthused than that.
Well, the shit show that's been this job. Whatever. I'll be happy when we get back to the town and show them they made when trying to sacrifice us.
Well, yes, if we do make it back, it will certainly have been a mistake for them. I agree.
All
Just
right.
a very like matter of fact, like, oh yeah, if we do make it back.
Yes. So I guess we'll. The truth of the matter is, we probably have to sneak up to this, right?
Yeah.
So we're facing danger and rolling shadow.
Seems about right to me. So we're each gonna do it.
If we're both going, I guess so. So I think stuff like this, you can elect someone to roll to get rid of roll below, because it seems. I think you should just be the one to roll, and I'll be following you. You're leading it, and I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
Because if we're both rolling, it increases the chance that we're gonna have to pay the price more and more.
Right.
So in a
Which
mechanical,
is
in a design sense, it feels like the idea would be to just elect one person to do the role, and everyone else is sort of following them.
I'll take your word on it. I wouldn't know where to find that in the book.
We'll look it up, and if we're doing it not as intended, we can always change it. But
Right. Making group moves. When you're adventuring with allies, you'll often make moves to resolve a challenge for the group. This represents your character taking the lead in a particular scene.
yeah, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And you're
You
better at
might
it than
serve
I
as the
am.
spokesperson as you compel an enemy, or you might guide your party through a dense wood as you undertake a journey. Unless a move specifically offers benefits to your allies, any mechanical bonus is applied to only the one making the move. Yep, makes sense. Okay, so I will do a face danger with shadow.
Yes, on dice, kind. Hey, we get so we get
Somewhat kind.
somewhat kind. It's better than that fight miserably for us. All
Yes.
right, so you're gonna choose one of the consequences.
Face danger. Let's see here. I want to build up my momentum, so I'm going to endure stress. I feel like I'm going to do that a lot. All right, let's do it.
I picture
So it
mechanically
is.
Cal is the cause of that stress. Like, you're walking very quietly and Cal like snaps a twig, and we have like that tense moment where we see if anyone noticed, and Cal's just kind of like oblivious to it.
I said, I said like a lynx. Walk like a lynx,
I
not
don't
like
know
an
what a
elephant.
lynx is.
Shit. Uh, on a miss, also suffer -1 momentum. Damn it.
Damn it. By trying to conserve
Should have
momentum, you
just
lost
taken.
momentum and
Yes.
spirit.
Damn it. Fair enough. That's what I get for being greedy.
Alright, so we make it to the cellar. So, I think we'll ask the Oracle now. Is the cellar locked?
I think that's probably likely,
Likely.
or 50-50 if anything, but probably likely.
Probably likely. I agree. Alright, it is locked. Not get a 26 or higher. So we're
Oh
lucky.
yeah, so for the less one for the less likely ones you're trying to be under, then for the more likely ones you're trying to
Yep.
be over
Yep.
something. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, just the
We phrased the
I think I'm
question: is
phrasing
the
that wrong.
cellar lock? No is low. Yes is high.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's all about how you
Right.
phrase the question, right? Like if we said, "Is the cellar unlocked?" then we would have wanted.
Yes.
But I phrased the question as the cellar locked. Yeah, makes sense. All right, cool. It is unlocked. Lucky us. So we're gonna sneak in, and I want to say that we get our this could be successful, right? Like we can find a sling for you. We can find a bow for me.
Oh, like in the yeah, they have weapons as well as other foodstuffs and such supplied down there.
We're not rolling to. I don't think that type of supply, right? Like I think we were looking specifically for weapons.
Yeah.
We're not rolling to resupply here.
Right.
I mean, we kind of are, but more specifically, I imagine this scene was us getting arming ourselves. So we get anything we can use our abilities for. Kind of cool with that.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, maybe even I wonder if that keys us in like, oh, our stuff was on that cart and now it's down here, so they
Sure,
probably
yeah,
beat
like
us
it's our
here or something like
supply.
that. Yeah.
So I guess we were three supplies, right? So do we want to say we can also regain the two supplies lost from taking stuff from us?
I think it would make sense narratively,
Yeah, if it makes.
but
Yeah, I mean we get to decide. So
right.
all
It
right,
just feels weird. It feels weird when there's not someone who's like definite yes or no, you know? It's hard to get used to.
yeah, yeah. All right, so we're back up to four supply because we find our two lost supply along with our weapons, my weapons more importantly. I imagine I haven't decided what they are, but I imagine Cal has names for all of our weapons.
Skin ripper,
Pokey,
thigh slicer, pokey,
Pokey, and Shooty.
sweetie.
Shooty the bow.
That's beautiful.
Cal's very. I mean, yeah. All right. Yeah, so she probably like grabs her spear and like looks at it longingly, like, "Oh, I've missed you, Pokey," and gives it a hug.
Are you
Um,
going to dispose of your new friend?
uh, she thinks about it for a moment. She's like, I'll keep it on me just in case, but I can always throw
That's
it."
fine.
Yeah, I can always throw it.
To all things has a spirit. It's hard to let go. You're compatible. I understand.
Yeah. All right. I think we should probably finish our trek up the mountain now.
Okay. Yes. Sounds good.
So I think we'll make another Undertake a journey. unless you want to try to
All right.
unless you want to try to fulfill it now.
Oh, like what do you mean by?
So
Oh,
so
like
we
say
can
the
try to
journey's over.
yeah, we can try to conclude this now.
Group sheet. Group sheet. Open. Damn it. There we go.
So each dice has like a 50-50 because we have to roll under. So we need to roll
6.
5. We can.
Probably want one more step. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Um, I'll try to aid again
Okie dokie.
with my scouting as before. That goes strong hit. Yes. Yes.
Nice, nice. Um. Hmm. I feel like since you're helping with it, I should take the +1.
Yeah.
It feels weird that you're like, oh, I'm helping you. You get to choose to do this selfish thing and just take momentum if you want to.
I
It's
mean, I think we decided as
interesting.
a group, right? The idea of
Yeah.
co-op is it's cooperative.
No, I want to bring momentum points. They're
I
like,
kill all the other players, and now I am the
yeah,
sole winner.
+1. Yay. Modifier 1. Weak hit
All
again.
right, so we lose another supply. We're down to
Just back
3.
to.
But we get to mark our progress. I'll click the mark. And then I think at this point, the waypoint is us gonna. We should just try to conclude this. Um.
Yes.
So
How does that work?
why don't you click the conclude button on the group sheet and hopefully it'll roll it.
Um, conclude. I'm gonna conclude.
He can't.
Of course, a 10. Of course.
All right. So on a weak hit, so we did the reach our destination progress move. On a weak hit, you arrive but face unforeseen hazard or complication. Envision what you find. Ask the oracle if unsure. But my suggestion is we leave that for a potential next time, as I have some stuff going
Ah.
on kind of soon. Decent spot to wrap up.
Sounds good.
Um,
That was fun.
it was a lot of fun. I hope we do it again. I don't know if we will, but
Yeah, knowing how everything goes down, it. I will say that this system of anything else, it felt like very easy to understand the mechanics. Like a lot of times, it's like, oh, got to look up, corner cases. Oh, you got to look up whatever for D&D and Pathfinder and all those other kind of games. This is pretty. It's pretty like it's like Fate, and
yeah,
it's like you're just like, okay, we decide kind of vibe. I like it.
yeah, it's really
I think I
cool.
like it better than Fate for that aspect actually. Like I think I like it. I don't know. I don't know. Fate doesn't really like grease my gears quite right. I like this a little better than that so far.
Yeah,
I know you love Fate, so I know
I do.
that hurts you.
No, it doesn't really hurt me. I don't really care. People are entitled to their own opinion. I really like this system. I think Fate's used well. Fate doesn't have a way to do it not guided, and there's a lot of benefits to the system, and I think it's really cool. Obviously, I have said that a lot during this. It's clearly makes you come up with interesting stories, which I like about it a lot. So, and it was a lot of fun to play with you, James. And I think we may try to do this again.
Hope so.
Yeah, I'm not making any
Never
like
does
hard commitments. Um, that said, I mean this is our second thing that we're doing. I guess I don't know. It's all weird right now. We're new. We're new. So so if you're watching this as a VOD on Twitch or something,
Uh,
thanks. Appreciate
hi,
that.
mom.
Yeah. We also have a YouTube channel that we have our other show, Trigrius. We have those there. It's a little less produced than this, if that's even
Yeah.
possible. But I guess that's a truthful statement. But if you want to check that out, it is a safer RPG system. Uh,
Also lots of
ongoing
fun.
ongoing campaign. Yeah, it's pretty cool. As far as the next time we'll be doing this, we don't know, and we don't know when, and we're not going to set anything in stone for this for now. Right now, we kind of just want it to be like, if we feel like doing it, we're going to do it, and if we have time to do it, we're going to do it, sort of thing. But this will also be put on YouTube, so if you want to check it out there, you can check it out there as well. And otherwise, at some point, we'll figure out other stuff. Uh, Thanks for watching. I am Mick, and this was a lot of fun.
No, James. And yeah, it was great. I wasn't sure 100% what to expect, but in the same vein, like having two people bouncing off of each other so quickly, it was very like I was involved the whole time, which was fun. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see you later. Bye.
Adios.